The North. Known for its industry, hard-working and innovative people, we are the engineers of the past and always look for solutions for the future. Our Creative North wants to celebrate that and show the world what we can do. Hello and welcome to a new episode of our Creative North. Now, it's the fifth in the series, not the sixth, not the last one. We like to do things a little bit different in our Creative North, so we've got a unique episode where we're going back over all of the things that we've done over the last 6 months. So, without further ado, our first place we're going to is we sent Johnny Jevons down to Gateshead to meet Dee Dowling from Ginger Music, and he's going to record his very own rock song.
I'm Donny Jevons and I'm a musician from Teesside.
I'm Dee Dowling. We are a Ginger Music Company, which is in Stonehills and Bilkey, Gateshead.
Hello mate, how's it going?
How you doing, mate? All right?
Hi, I'm Donny.
Nice to meet you. Going through the studio.
Let's go.
Thanks. So this is our main studio space. We've got a large live room here. We've got the control room. We've got a little room upstairs. Actually, I've got two studios actually. My first studio was upstairs. We've got a little music shop and stuff here. So.
All right, wicked.
So all kind of things music, you know.
Yeah.
Quick, isn't it?
I'm quite relaxed with that one.
You okay with
I think,
that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing to do would be to kind of grab a drummer, get some sounds going on, get some beats going on, maybe decide what kind of beat you'd like. Okay, it might take a little while to do that, but we'll play around with some of the sounds. Okay.
Now, because the production crew couldn't be bothered to film this week, we've done this greatest hits episode, and we're on to the second one where we sent George Carrera down to Tadia, UK to test his driving skills in Teesside.
Hi, my name is George Carrera and today I'm going to Tadia, UK. Today I'm going in and hopefully I'm going to improve the driving skills a bit more. I would class myself already as a pretty safe driver, considering I did pass my test with no minors.
Hi, I'm Michael Nugent and I'm a driving simulator officer. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll also give you a pen as well. There's a little table there for you to use. So perceiving the hazard, how could you identify a strong wind before you actually get into it?
Either trees and blowing ahead of you or like grass and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Rubbish blowing across the road, those wheelie bins possibly toppling over, pedestrians getting blown off course.
Yeah, like
Yeah, anything like that.
So in the simulator, I'm going to try and take everything on board that I've learned in the classroom. Hopefully I could make it count when it comes to the scoring system and get a pretty good score. I'm pretty confident.
Right, so these are the simulators. Today, to start with, you're going to be on what we call the small sims.
Cool.
To start with, doing hazard perception.
Yeah.
And then we're going to finish off in the full-size simulator, the Mini.
Nice.
Okay, to do adverse weather.
Yep.
It's just the same setup as a normal car. The only difference is you haven't got a key to start it. Okay. So when you're ready, if you just want to beat the horn, that will start the scenario off. So you're looking for potential, changing to developing. And also remember in class we said the what if question.
Yeah.
So it could be, what if those traffic lights suddenly change? So that could be a potential hazard, the green traffic light. So a little bit early with your brakes there, yeah, just to keep your speed down. Now once this spotted the actual hazard that you've spotted,
you have arrived
it'll quit
at
out.
your destination.
So you've got top marks on that one.
Almost rear-ended that.
Just be careful, as I say, with your brakes.
And now on to the really fancy stuff. Teddy, you've got actual minis which have a wraparound screen. It feels like you're actually driving.
What I want you to do is just start your engine with a key. If it doesn't start, all I need to do is just hit the horn, and that should start it up.
To the home.
The horn doesn't work there, it works on either side.
Alright.
Again, it's a free drive along the motorway. Same thing, but it's again just to get you used to the feel of the scenario.
Is it started?
Hit the horn again.
Someone else there.
Moving off when you're ready. And just to get you used to the feel of the Mini itself. And then now you can see what's happening behind you as well. Yeah, adverse weather. Follow the road at a safe speed whilst being aware of and avoiding potential safety hazards. You can do the same on this, okay? When you see the hazards, remember that's your horn rather than the centre on the Mini.
Right, yeah.
Okay? In real life, think of the consequences.
You have arrived at your destination.
So again, handbrake into neutral.
It's actually pretty scary when the car's like crashing into you and that, like it actually feels quite real. So yeah, just hopefully can get a bit better at it so I'm not crashing all the time.
Well, I hope you can too, George. These crazy youngsters think they know everything about driving. It takes years to master the art.
So out of a possible 45, you've got 28 you passed. So that's your score there for your record. Okay? So well done today there, spot on.
Young Lucy Carruthers was sent down to fashion photographer Jane Turnbull in Hebburn, where they did some photography on the beach.
My name's Lucy Carruthers and I'm from Washington. I love acting and I love modelling and photography.
My name is Jade Turnbull and I'm from Durham and I'm a fashion photographer.
So like any budding artist, having photos taken of them is something they love to do, but they'll probably waste it on selfies. I know that's what I would do.
So it's a Nikon D600. Had a Nikon since I started photography, so naturally this is the one that I always go for.
Okay.
Right, so I'm just going to show you the basics of the camera. Right, so on here you've got shutter speed, which is basically how fast the shutter closes.
Okay.
So the longer that it takes, the more light it's going to let in. So you've got ISO as well, and that's sensitivity to light.
Okay.
So the higher it is, the more sensitive it is to the light, but the higher it is, the more grainy the image is going to be, so you don't want it too high. And then you've got your f-stop here, which is basically aperture.
So I don't know much about like photography, so what's the difference between shooting digitally and film?
Well, film, there's a lot more process to it, definitely. Like, obviously digital, you can see the back of the camera, you can see your settings, obviously you can see if it's worked.
Yeah.
While film you can go and it can be totally wrong, you've got to go through the whole process again. But I mean, I do like it because it's got that sort of effect to it where it looks like nostalgic, and I like that effect that it has. But it's the time and the money that goes into doing film work. It's just ridiculous. It just costs so much.
Yeah.
Well, basically, we're going to start in studio. We are going to go out on location for a bit to take some location shots because studio lighting and natural lighting is completely different.
Okay, cool.
But we're going to start in this studio. So I'm going to get you to stand over here.
Okay.
Probably about here.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you how to use just one simple light. So it's as if you're using it for a fashion website or you just want something really simple to make the clothes stand out.
Jade gets down to doing what she does best, taking photos, and Lucy gets down to doing what she does best, her duck face for Facebook selfies.
Right, so it's your turn now. You're going to take my camera and take a couple of photos of me. Let's see how that goes. Don't put that round your neck just to make sure.
Got it. Okay,
Perfect. Right, so where do you want me?
where I was standing before, so just in the middle.
In the middle
next to
here?
that line. Yeah.
Now it's Lucy's turn to take the photos. Hopefully she's listened to everything Jade said. Isn't it great to be able to do these opportunities all through us, Creative North? We talked to Jade about doing something that she really loves for a living. I love doing voiceover work, but I wish I didn't have to do it in my car. So that's the end of the first part of our Greatest Hits episode. And wasn't Jade such a good sport? And Lucy did look fantastic in those photos. So next, after the break, we go to our segment, which is Green Digit, based in Gateshead.
My name is Joe and I'm the graphic designer for Green Digit Limited.
So my name is Dan Robson and I'm the Managing Director of Green Digit Limited. Green Digit Limited is a design and manufacture house for biodegradable and green products for the gardening industry. We focus on emphasising and encouraging people to grow their own plant and hopefully eat healthier and better.
I took graphic design at university and always loved design, any form of design, and I was offered a place here at Green Digit and took my chance and absolutely love it. So my main roles within Green Digit is overseeing the artwork, making sure everything is of a high standard and making sure that the brand is strong.
While at university at Northumbria, I was doing an industrial design degree in which I produced a final major piece which was aimed around biodegradable gardening products. After completing my course and going on to study a master's, I decided that I wanted to start this as a business and commercialise that particular product. So we developed the product and here we are now. Okay, so my main day-to-day roles really are overseeing the business itself. We're a small startup, we've been going a year and a half. So to be honest with you, a jack of all trades and a master of none really. We continue to grow quite rapidly, so just maintaining that and overseeing staff and day-to-day sort of general jobs, as well as I try to take as much involvement in the design process still as I can.
So my main career highlight within the company is to see the finished product in the shops, the design work that we've all been working on tirelessly for months, finally finished it and selling is probably one of the best career highlights. Also website launch and just working with great companies as well. It's a great feeling because you know that you're setting your mark out there and making a difference. So in future I want to see the company grow, I want to expand with the company and see where we can go. We're doing well at the minute, we just need to keep going, keep pushing, so we'll see what happens.
2 years ago the company kind of came about. We began designing and creating the seed cell product itself. After much development, the development process led us to design this, which is our original seed cell. We sold about 10,000 of these into various stockists, some quite high-end retail outlets on the high street. Once we'd done that, we sort of decided that there was a commercial viable proposition there, and we started to develop the business. Sure, so like with most businesses, starting up from the ground is a huge challenge. I think we sort of struggled at the beginning to find the capital in order to develop the product, but we've managed to solve a lot of the issues along the way. The real struggle has been really for us has been maintaining the materials we use and testing everything to the highest degree. So everything we use, we maintain that it is biodegradable, compostable, and obviously green. Ensuring that and finding that through the supply chain has been quite difficult, but we've managed to succeed, and obviously now we're very pleased to launch this product with full confidence in that is what we've achieved.
So it's a great place to work, North East, in comparison to somewhere like London, because I feel it's a higher standard of living, and it's easier for start-up businesses like this one to get off the ground, and good networking system. And a lot of people just seem to want to help you thrive, which is great.
I think the difference between the North East and London is really there's a lot of startups that fall by the wayside in London, and we've had such a huge amount of buzz and excitement in the North East. There's a real sort of team spirit in the North East. People are excited to see young companies do well, and we've just had a lot of really great support from a lot of people, and that's been massively helpful for us getting this off the ground.
What an amazing and unique and interesting company, and what a fantastic product. It's amazing some of the things that we do up here in the north. So next, we went down to two locations, one in Newcastle and in Sunderland, to meet Joanna Mitchell, a glass artist.
My name is Emily Nethergate, I'm from Sunderland. I've always really enjoyed art and design. I've done it all my life, and it's just something that I really wanted to carry on.
My name's Jo Mitchell, I'm a glass artist.
My mum used to say I'd make a better door than a window, but from the looks of Joanne, she makes a better window than a door. Joanne's studio is a menagerie of glass-making beauty. Let's see if Emily can keep up the spirit of our creative pioneers and create something amazing with glass.
Now you start at the top. You need to put some pressure on this and the glass, not too much, and then hold that at about that kind of angle. So you're listening for that noise. Put a bit of pressure on that and run it right off the end, and you're listening for that noise. That's it, keep going. Brilliant. Just squeeze. There we go, brilliant, well done. So we need something to sit this on. Just to raise it up off the paper. Now, this is just really simple stenciling, and what I do is use a sieve, and this is our black. It looks purple, well it is actually a dark purple, but it fires black. And get a spoonful of this into the sieve, and I just hit it against my hand like that. So I'm just going to go across like that. So I'll let you have a go. I'll fill it up again, and just put a nice even layer. Looking pretty good. Maybe a bit more here. Make sure you've got all the edges. A bit more there as well. That's it, that's good.
So that's the stencil done, they're the mountains creative, and now it's finishing it off and cooking the glass.
Very gently. That's it, as gently as you can. Fantastic. So the next stage is we're going to put that in the kiln. So put your fingers right in this, try not to touch it. And just pop it in the middle here.
While that's cooking in the kiln and kiln forming, they decided to sandblast their name onto a glass. And then to the glass centre, where Emily gets a little go on the water jet to cut the glass. I didn't know water could cut anything.
And the great thing about the water jet is you can cut glass in really complex detail in a way that you can't by hand. So we did a bit of hand cutting glass this morning, and this is the kind of other extreme of what you can cut and how you can cut glass. So that's the bit I would normally keep, but for this I wanted to keep the figures themselves. That's the bit I cut earlier.
I've never ever used glass or thought about it, so it's something that I might continue when I'm older, or something that I might take up as a hobby, and it's now just opened my mind to all the things you can do.
I know what Joe's wearing's not a continuity error. It takes 24 hours for the final piece to be cooked. And how lovely Emily's created some mountains and a nice sunset. I've never seen that before in a picture. So that's the end of our Greatest Hits episode, and a big thanks to everybody who's contributed to this programme. We've enjoyed every step of the way, and I've enjoyed filming it and presenting it. So, next episode, we've actually got a special challenge for our young pioneers. Tune in then.
With a headache, the story's getting on.